this Lumberjacks team does have all 3 members playing tonight. I think they're finally, hopefully, with their series in the past, they've had disconnects and unlucky things like that. So hopefully this time they got a solid series, and the Ascension is down their star player tonight. So I don't know. I think we're gonna be kind of surprised by the Lumberjacks tonight. I've been saying that every night. I feel like every night we watch the Lumberjacks, I feel like I'm saying we're about to be, but one of these nights I'm gonna be right. So hopefully it's tonight, and I'm kind of leaning towards the Lumberjacks since Ascension are missing their star player tonight.
I mean, what's the phrase? Even a blind pig finds an acorn sometimes. It's kind of savage, but it does happen like that. So I believe, if I recall correctly, it is Swift who's the man replacing Slice, and that's big shoes to fill. But do you actually? Ooh, good touch, but it's not going to come away to anything. Do you actually know why Slice wasn't here, or you just heard that he wasn't going to be here?
No,
I did not hear that part, honestly.
I'm friends with a player on the Lumberjacks, so I was talking to him before the game, and of course, I was talking up the Lumberjacks, and the Ascension takes goal number 1, leading the series. But they just said they knew he wasn't playing, so of course that's something that's like on your mind if you're on the Lumberjacks and if you're on the Ascension. That's a very big role to fill if you're the Ascension, and it's kind of a it's kind of a good thing to hear if you're the Lumberjacks, because now you kind of feel like you've had a rough season. The Ascension, they're maybe a little down tonight, so hopefully you can steal a win off of them tonight.
Yeah, well, so you were talking them up, but unfortunately they did lose that one. Beautiful bump though. Okay. As soon as I say that, they wake up. They take that. Swag.
Flyby has been going for a lot of those lately. That one was probably one of the first ones we've seen him connect on stream. So I love seeing that bump play, open that up for Yeezy to put that ball in the back of the net, and we're tied up.
Dude, that was a beautiful bump. Honestly, like when you get those beautiful bumps, that's when you're just like, yeah, that was nice. Sometimes it feels even better than scoring a goal, but it's always important that you have that player who can convert. But let us get back into this one. It is 1-1. Ascension took the lead early, but then the Lumberjacks came back and put their stamp on this game. But that's a good shot. But JD should have that one pretty easily. It's going to go over to the side of Swag, who stays with. Miss. Ooh, some good control. Can he beat the last man? He can. It's going to go in. Swag gonna find him, making it 2-1 for Ascension.
And Swag just outplaying everybody on the Lumberjacks there. He has so much time and space. Yeezy with a really awkward kind of challenge there. Yeah, it's hard to win those challenges when you're backwards. So you, especially in threes, you need to be just going straight towards the ball and attacking it rather than reacting. Especially in threes, because threes you can't really expect that shadow defense to hold your team, from getting scored on.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good save right there, though. I believe it was by Ascension. Yeezy gonna pop that one just a little bit high. An awkward touch by Swag. But JD is going to get it away. Swift got bumped away. Some nice passing plays. A nice hit. That's on target, but a good dunk. And a better save. Going to relieve some of that pressure for now. Swift is up. He's looking for the shot himself, but Tides does put it back. Flyby is going to let that one pass by Swig. I think he might have gotten faked out a little bit by that. Yeezy's up with a good shot, but that's a little bit over Tides. Can't find the back of the net, though. Swift now on that left-hand side. Ooh, a nice, good touch. Having a pinch with his teammate not quite going the way they wanted. Swag, though, with some nice control. Almost trying to... Ooh, JD with a shot, but a good save by Tides. Not going to go in just yet. Swag now, he's looking for that pass. A beautiful 50, but it is going to go Yeezy's way. JD is going to take control of that one. Swift trying to avoid the demo. JD's still trying to get something past, but Flyby is going to take it down that right-hand side. Swift now... Awkward jump, in my opinion, but Yeezy going to try to take control of it. Gets it past one, and Tides is gonna say thank you very much. I'll try to do what I can with it. A good pass. Oh my gosh, and a fake. The Lumberjacks are gonna find it, making it 2-2 with a intentional fake? Question mark.
I don't think so. I think Tides just kind of rushed it, but that's if you're Flyby there, him just passing that to his teammate makes it so much more difficult for the defender in net. Whether if Tides does hit that ball, which he didn't this time, and whether if Tide does bang that ball, you have to cover both reads there. So that's just kind of the benefit of passing towards your teammates is sometimes it just works out and you get a little bit lucky and you put your guys in good positions and good things happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's very fair. But now the question is the Lumberjacks, they've come down from every single goal so far this game. But the question is, can they take that goal, maybe go ahead with it and try to press on from it? So we're going to see what they are made of. If they're made of... I'm not going to do a pun just yet. I can't do you guys like that. Swift, though, going to leave that one. It goes back mid. Swift trying to get that shot, but still good to stay within the corner. It's looking maybe for a pass, but Easy going to take that one pretty easily. JD still trying to pop it there. Flyby is going to get a nice touch, but I think that honestly just gives away possession. A good pass to Swift, who tried to get a pass mid, but not finding it. Tide's going to move it down the field, though. Swag now. Okay, that's a miscalculation. Happens to the best and the worst of us. You know, a lot more often to the worst. JD, though, going to find a good 50. He's going to go over to the side. Tides is going to be there first. Pops the pass one, still staying with. I think he's going to get a good touch. He does. Oh, no! I was so ready for the Lumberjacks to get their third, but unfortunately for them, the post is going to deny them and say, not today, not right now. But Flyby is up with a nice shot. It's going to go into the corner, and Mr. No!
Oh, man.
That is pure agony coming out from the Lumberjacks. That has to feel bad, man, being denied by the post twice with good shots and good plays coming out for both of those. Those so unlucky from them. A good pass, though, by Tides. Flyby trying to get it mid, but JD is able to clear that away. Yeezy going to stay with. Okay, misreading that one. So did Ascension. Not going to be too bad for him. Flyby popping that high. Tide's going to get a beautiful touch. It looks like he can. Never mind. He's going to misread it. I honestly thought he was going to have that. It was so close. Now we only have 5 seconds left. And still no clear team in the lead. So Swift now, what can he do with 1 second left? Can't do much. Tides going to send that down the field. And we are going to go into overtime right now, Ed Boy. How you?
And this Lumberjacks team, it just seems, you know, whenever things are starting to go their way, it doesn't quite work out for them. It's just a series of unfortunate events. Like every series so far, they've been close in a lot of these series. In all of these series that they've lost. So it's not like these guys are getting blown out game to game. It's just tight games not going their way.
I mean, unfortunately, I do have to play devil's advocate because even though, I mean, you know, how do I phrase it correctly? But, I mean, you got to be good enough so that when luck goes your way, it's, you know, it's good. But when luck doesn't go your way, you can come back from it and still combat. But, you know, I don't know. But, I mean, they definitely are putting on a good showing right now. Swig is up, though. Going to take it to the side. Still trying to stay with. Going to be a little awkward. Yeezy going to pop it back mid. Tides with a good touch, but a good dunk. Flyby now. Popping that towards Tides, who's staying with. Can't find it and denied by the post yet again. I think this post has done so much more than Ascension has maybe for their net so far.
Yeah, if you could count the amount of saves that post had, you'd probably be impressed.
Well, I mean, currently the post has 3 saves, which is JD and Swag's saves combined. So I think they're 4th man. I don't know how they contracted it, who signed it. Maybe that is a big brain play right there, ladies and gentlemen. But Yeezy trying to get that shot, but Swift going to find that save pretty easily. Tides now trying to put it mid. It's a good touch, but Swag going to have that one pretty easily. Flyby now popping it mid. That's a good pop. That's on target. And finally, luck is on their side. 1 minute, 40 seconds. And finally, the Lumberjacks have that win that they so desperately wanted.
And I think Swift and JD were I think they were expecting Swag to clear that one across, but kind of, you know, lack of communication there, unlucky. But the Lumberjacks had, 15 shots to the Ascension's 5? So the Lumberjacks were on top of Ascension, I think, that for a majority of that game. Swift had 5 saves. The post had 20 saves, so...
Dang it, I was going to say that, man. You can't take my line.
They're creating opportunities. Flyby, I think, has really been setting up, especially Tides. He's been passing to him. Tides had a few opportunities where he could have got really strong shots on net. He got that one fake to roll in for him. So, you know, there's some good things happening for this Lumberjacks team.
Not only that, but I mean, he also, if I recall correctly, he was the one who T-boned the defender like mid-air to get that. I mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
sheer
really
beauty. It was. Oh man, That's so much fun, especially when you're a third man and you see a play like that. You're just like, ooh, it's
You
nice.
start spamming great pass, nice shot.
Well, hopefully you're not one of those players who just spams what a save. Assassin. But so the first game, gonna go over to the Lumberjacks with Ascension. They have their work cut out for them. They put up a good fight. I mean, they are missing their star player, so maybe they can rally around this. Maybe mentally get behind their team and just kind of get things going for them. But what do you think Ascension really needs to do to maybe turn this one around? Maybe take game number 2.
I've seen the Ascension. They've had a lot of like really strong control plays, but they've been solo plays. Like Swag had that one where he dribbled the length of the field and flicked it in at the end over Yeezy, and then they hadn't really had like a direct pass play, whereas the Lumberjacks have been trying to find each other. They have been at least hitting the ball in directions of teammates, and I think that's kind of what's been getting them so many more shots, whereas Ascension only had 5 shots total last game.
I mean, don't ever forget that post.
It was really helped them too.
It did a ton of work, but I mean, ooh, all right. Well, Lumberjacks. Hey, they're gonna find their first goal within the first 30 seconds. Swift not able to read that one quite correctly, and Size just booming that in. JD also misreading that one. So luck, goes their way a little bit, and it's 1-0. All right, Swift, he does win the 50, still trying to stay with, but Flyby does get a good touch. Swag, though, gets the return. Now Tides. That's a little awkward. Swag is up, putting that a little bit over into the left. JD with a nice touch, but it's not going to be nice enough. Tides now trying to get a pass to Flyby. Ooh, good demo to dispossess him. Easy, though, going to pop that down the field. Tides is turning. JD, though, gets a pop mid. Flyby, though. It's going to be up Swift. Trying to find something. Tides 50's that to go mid. Swag going to pop that over. I think he's hoping to go for a pass to a teammate, but Easy going to pop that one away so far. Tides. All right, just going to bide his time. Just going to wait. Goes for a flick. Nicely done over one, but oh, okay. Not on target. It was very kind from the Lumberjacks not to take advantage of that one, but Tides going to boom, and that's going to be a little bit high, I think, but I think they're looking for a pass. JD. A good clearance away, but Yeezy still reads that. Swift, though, popping it away to the side. Tides can't quite get the touch he wanted. All right, we're 1.5 minutes into this game, Ed Boy. And, Lumberjacks, they might have been a little bit lucky, to get that first goal. But, I mean, all I'm seeing is aggression coming out from the Lumberjacks and Ascension just playing on the back foot this whole time. Like,
oh, wow. There's that pass play we were waiting for from the Ascension. And, the Lumberjacks there, I think that was... Who was that? Tides in net. He's kind of... That's one of those where you have to challenge the ball instead of react to it. That's such a tough save. If you react... He turned away towards the net there, and if he just would have went head on at the ball, I think he has a much higher chance of getting a 50 and saving that ball.
All right, well, Caster's curse yet again. Unfortunately, J-Mac, I'm so sorry to do that to your Lumberjacks, but it's a real thing. But a shot on target not going to be too bad for Tides. Ooh, tries to get a nice touch, but it's going to go over to JD, who can't quite find his touch. Easy, though, going to put it on target, but JD still trying to stay with. Ooh, that's a good pass if anyone's there. Swift is there. Swift is going to convert it, and Ascension turns the game around on its head in less than a minute, makes it 2-1.
And again, the Tide kind of caught out, not really rotating in the net the way he should be. He should be, rotating in and trying to come back out towards that ball, because that sitting there in between the shot and the net, it's just an awkward spot to be in. It's a really hard way to make that save. You need to commit one way or the other. So you need to kind of, I don't know, clean up. I think it's the backboard rotations and, just rotating actually in the net and through the net would really help out this Lumberjacks defense.
Oh, well, it was a really good touch, and Swift is going to find the back of the net yet again. So, unfortunately, despite you telling them exactly what they need to do, they're not going to really be listening. But honestly, it was a beautiful touch by Swag, and it's Swift just able to clean up, able to sweep it up with his Swiffer mop. Please sponsor us, Swiffer. Wait, what?
I think that one there was just more or less Ascension had all the pressure and they kept it going, and then eventually a double commit comes out from the Lumberjacks, and Yeezy throws himself at the 50, doesn't quite get it the way he wants to get it. So just well done from the Ascension crew there to keep that pressure up.
I mean, I apologize to J-Mac already, but honestly, it just kind of looks like the Lumberjacks are falling apart right here. Just a little, yeah. I think that's the best way to say it, is that it seems like they're falling apart a little bit. Not that, you know, I don't understand it, but I do think that they need a mental reset. You know, maybe just get a goal for themselves. Like there, they can't quite keep it. Now Tide's trying to get a good flick, stays with. It's not going to be too dangerous as of yet, though. He's looking for a pass, trying to get it past Swift, but that solo play is never going to work out for him. Swift, though, with a good touch. Easy, he's up. Swift, though, going to say thank you very much. Just pops it down for him. Doesn't have any boost. Still looking for a pass, maybe, but Tide's able to clear that one away, only as far as Flyby. He's going to pop it away to the side. Swag, though. Lumberjacks, they just look disorganized here, which has got to be really tough for them. But a good save by Tides. Now they need something, and they need it fast. What do you think that the Lumberjacks need to do in order to get back from 3-1 for this one, man, with only a minute left?
I don't know, this game, I don't know, because they've been just playing almost too aggressive, I'd say, at this point. They're challenging every ball, but they're not really getting quality challenges. They're getting beat to a lot of these challenges. A lot of the challenges are just going right over the top of them, or they're not winning the 50s. So I don't know if it's, you know, maybe this Ascension team is just faster, or I don't know what the Lumberjack need to clean up those challenges and make those better, because they're not making it easier on themselves.
Well, I can tell you right now, they didn't need that shot that went wide. You know, he had a decent net to shoot at, and it just hits the post. You know, it do be like that sometimes. I think it's the best way to phrase that. But Swag now gonna get beat. Flyby, though, gonna try to stay with. JD doesn't have much boost. Tried to flick it over, but Tide's gonna clear it away to the side. Easy. Gonna let that one go up. Flyby is still staying with, but it is going to be Ascension's game. Game number 2 going to go their way pretty easily. You know, 3-1, and Swift saying, you know, you don't need twice when you got me, man.
He's just showing off the wheels there at the end in the celebration. That's definitely what that was. He's proud of those Mendozas. But this Lumberjacks team, I don't know. It seems like they're always just throwing haymakers, and they're never just really, you know, sometimes you got to just jab and wear your opponent down and then throw the haymaker. But it seems like whenever they just go all out and commit for everything. And that's kind of what's leaving them in these awkward positions. So they kind of need to clean up those shots. They really need to, you know, clean up the challenges, make them a little bit more on target, actually get to the ball instead of just rushing at it and hoping something decent happens. So I think this Ascension team's taking full advantage of that. They know they're going to beat them to the challenges. They just keep hitting it over the top, and they're just jabbing, you know. They're keeping the pressure up and slowly working them down until eventually they get an opening and finally put one in.
I mean, I'll be honest, if I was QDC, I may or may not have said about the ball chasing, just, yeah, we're not in Indy, but, you know, I'm not QDC, I'm not going to make that. I already did. It's a joke. Gotcha, guys. But, you know, game number 3, we were tied up at 1-1, but I want to talk about Swift for a little bit, because, I mean, Slice, he's not here today. Those are some pretty big shoes to fill, but last game, he got 2 goals. Like, you know, he's putting in work currently for them, so I'm excited to see what he has to bring to this 3rd game in the rest of the series. But Lumberjacks, they need something. I think that they kind of need a goal fast. I feel like it will really help the morale. It's going to help them, you know, just have that confidence that they can do it. I have a feeling that I may be jinxing it, but I have a feeling that if they don't get a goal within the first 2 minutes, I think that they might lose 3-1 in the series overall.
The whole series? Maybe.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know why. I got a feeling. Like, I'm not saying anything against them. They're a great team, but I think that mentality has a lot to do with the game, and going down just like that, I feel like, you know, I think it'd be a bit too much.
I think this Lumberjacks team, they're an all or no. Look at it, they're going for this pre-jump play in the mid. They're an all or nothing team. They're either sending everything and hoping, or they're just not getting there and getting the ball hit over the top and just slowly getting worked down and scored on. So I think that's something they could work on, is just, you know, challenging around each other a little better.
I mean, honestly though, so hear me out. So I like psychology because I think it's really fun and just really interesting to think about. But if you all words, man, I can't talk. But if you are an all or nothing team, what is that going to do to your confidence? See, boom, right there, Swift gonna take it because Lumberjacks are just pushed up. Look at him, Tides is the last man back, doesn't get the best of touches, and Swift just had an open net to pop that one into, man.
Yeah, Tides there, he's kind of in an awkward spot, but he went for the absolute bang downfield. He could have just let that ball bounce into him, so the ball didn't really bounce out so hard. It could have probably caught it on the wall almost and, really slowed down the play. But again, this Lumberjacks team, they just love to full send it and go at the ball and hit it as hard as they can. And so far, I don't know. Sometimes it works for you, and so far, I mean, their record's 0-4, so maybe it's time for something to change.
Well, their record overall may be 0-4, but in this game, at least it's 1-1. Tides finding that that tie goal right there. But again, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about it, and if you're an all or nothing team and you lose like 1 or 2 goals, I feel like really mentally it's just going to be really hard for you to get back from that since you are just an all or nothing team. But I mean, I could be wrong.
No, I agree. We've seen that with them before, especially the game before this. The Ascension come out and they get a quick goal. Lumberjacks tie it up, and then Ascension just keeps knocking on them. They take another goal lead, and the Lumberjacks didn't really have any other threats after that. They didn't really have any shooting opportunities. So they just didn't. There was nothing. They didn't really do anything. They just kind of rolled over and took it. So that's kind of what this Lumberjacks team is. They're either all in, completely dominating, or they're just rolling over and losing.
I honestly think that is the most depressing analogy I've ever seen.
I'm just looking at what's happening in front of me. I'm just reacting to the game I'm watching.
Not roll over and die, which is, a little bit dramatic. Just roll over and losing. Like, I just have this visual of just like this kid in high school, just like waking up, just be like, I'm about to play this, this game, like, sports game, whatever. Rolls over in bed, I'm just gonna lose it. That's just the mental image I got from you right there, Ed Boy. But the Lumberjacks, they definitely don't have that mental image. They don't have that going for them. I mean, they're giving it their all. You can see they're going after everything, trying to not let them have any time on the ball. But Tide's gonna turn. He's gonna boom. Still trying to stay with. I think Swift didn't get that bump. Tide's with a beautiful pass, but flyby is there, making it 2-1. And that is what you wanted, Ed Boy, and that is what you get. A goal by the Lumberjacks to make it 2-1.
I think once this Lumberjacks team, takes the lead, I think they're really good at holding on to the lead. It's just a matter of actually getting the lead, which has been seemed to be in the struggle for this Lumberjacks team. But I think they got the lead so far, and I think it's going to be really hard to get it from them this game.
Yeah, I mean, oh no, there's no way. Okay. I was gonna say if they lose that lead right there, that's gonna be a tilter,
that's the ultimate caster.
Tilter, dude. But Tides is gonna boom that one down the field, still trying to stay with, but Swag is there first. It's not the best of touches mid. What the? Okay, I thought he would have actually gotten a touch that like hit it away, but apparently Sonics just told him, nope, not today. Your car is gonna barely touch it. It's gonna look really, really weird. But that's going to be a double commit. That's going to be really, really awkward. But Yeezy still going to stay with. Still trying to get a shot maybe, but a good pass maybe from JD, but nobody's there. That's going to be a big rip. Swag, though, trying to clear that one away. Swift, though, going to stay with down that right-hand side. He might be looking for a pass, but never mind. Just going to give that one up to Flyby. But Flyby going to say, I didn't really want this ball. Try to give it back. But Yeezy going to find that save. All right, that's a big oof miss. JD is back on defense, though. Gets that save pretty easily. Still trying to stay with. Only has 33 seconds left, the Ascensions. Otherwise, this game ends. It looks like this game is going to go over to the Lumberjacks as Flyby finds the back of the net the second time this game.
And I think Swift there just kind of, he drove up wanting the challenge. He didn't really jump or do anything. He just kind of drove up and drove back. So Swag kind of looking for, he's like, where's my teammate at? Where'd he go? And so I think kind of a misplay there from Swift to go up like he did. Maybe a lack of communication from each other saying who's going. But either way, this Lumberjacks team going to take game number 3 for sure. And once they get the lead, I think they're kind of a hard team to deal with.
All right, I can agree with you on that, but Flyby is going to complete his hat trick, going to make it 4-1. But now the question is it going to get flip-flop just like we did in games number 1 and 2? But correct me if I'm wrong, but your inside man, I think is the best way to phrase it, is Flyby, correct?
Yeah. Yep. I play with Flyby a lot, probably every day for years almost. It's daily Rocket League playing with him, so I know how he plays. I kind of know what he's good at and where he struggles. But so he's kind of my inner ear, or inner voice for this Lumberjacks team. He's kind of, honestly, he's a little bit of the reason why I think they can. I don't think they deserve to be 0-4. I don't think they deserve to be 4-0, but I think they're better than an 0-4 team.
All right, well, this game is definitely going to go the way of the Lumberjacks. As a wise man once said, you can't win games if you can't score. So the Lumberjacks getting 4 goals, and 3 of them coming from Flyby, Ed Boy's boy. So I hate that I said that, but now I'm going to use it because I already trademarked it. So Lumberjacks take the winning, take the lead in the series, making it 2-1. But Ascension, where are they looking weak, and where do they need to improve upon?
Ascension, I think that game they had kind of had a rough time on defense. It looked like a few times. You had players expecting other players to be in the net for the clears, and they weren't there. So just little rotational errors, I guess you want to call them, on defense. And the Lumberjacks, they're a team that's just going to keep going at the ball. So if you're messing up your rotations on defense, they're going to eventually take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in majors, it's a battle of who makes that, 1 or 2 mistakes that the other team can capitalize on. And then, we have those rare times that it's the question of who's going to be that one spark, that man who just completely bedazzles the other team and, yoinks the goal, makes it for himself and says, what you going to do?
Yeah, definitely. Majors, is whichever team usually makes the least mistakes wins. So that's usually what is like. If you're in the majors with these guys, you just want to play solid. You don't need to do anything fancy. You just need to make sure your clears are strong, make sure you're where you need to be. If you can pass it to your teammate, get it over to your teammate. You don't need double flip reset musty flicks to be a major player. You just need solid overall gameplay.
Wait, you mean that people in pro games, they don't do triple, quadruple musty flips that find the back of the net, but somehow Flyby yet again finds the back of the net. 19 seconds in, a good pass by Yeezy. Swift was too late for his turn, and Flyby just had a beautiful shot, making it 1-0.
Yeah, just a quick, solid read off the backboard from Flyby. I'm sure those are shots he's banging off in free play, constantly banging them off the backboard and just trying to read them as best as you can. And that's, if you're a lower ranked player, those are the shots you need to be working on. Is just, if that ball bounces off the backboard towards the midfield, you need to be able to get there and put it on target with some force, because more often than not, you're going to get a goal because of it.
Ooh, it was a good shot, but Flyby, the man of Ed Boy's heart, and apparently the man of this game so far. No way. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Then he would have been the man of my heart too, because that would have been an insane shot. I don't have any qualms in admitting that. That would have made he would be my new favorite, and I would tell J Mac about him all day long, because that would have been nuts. But it's gonna pop mid. His swag is up, popping it away to the other side. Flyby is gonna be there waiting. An okay pinch, but it is gonna give possession away. Swift though, still trying to stay with. He's gonna try to pop it down, but Tide's gonna clear it back into the corner. Flyby now trying to clear it away, but Swag is gonna have a good pass to JD. JD finds the back of the net, making it 1-1. Beautifully done.
Great pass there from Swag to just roll that in the mid. JD with the patience to chip it over one, and then just rushes for that next touch, gets it over Tides. That's a quality play from Ascension. That's beautiful Rocket League right there.
Yep, very, 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 very well done, because apparently can't say very enough. But Tides now, he's trying to go for the control, trying to get a flick over, but Swift read him like a book, and he was on Chapter 5. Now, Yeezy does get the save, goes back into the corner. Swift, though, is going to get beat by Flyby. Just going to be up first, though. It is Swag. It's going to be a little awkward for him, but he gets a good enough touch. Never mind, Tides He found that 50, and I didn't see Flyby, but this man yet again will find it back in the net, making it 2-1.
Yeah, I think Flyby, he's just rotating, he's stealing that corner boost, and that ball bounces right in front of him, and he's just there to clean up for it. And that's, you know, that really mainly happened because Tide had a really solid challenge up there. I think it was it Swag that was still pushing that ball? Yeah. I think at some point you just need to kind of give up and let another guy go, because Tides is going to beat you to that ball every time. You're so slow when you're in the air trying to make that second touch. It's a great idea if you can get there fast, but he just did not have the speed and momentum to get there like Tides did.
Well, I will say, if Santa gives you a present like that, no way. All right. I was going to say you can't say no to opening a gift like that, but then I was proven wrong. And I think it was Yeezy who said, I didn't really want to open that present right now. So that's an unfortunate miss, I think we'll call that, put it nicely. But Flyby, though, he's going to find another touch. Maybe gotten lucky by Swag hitting that back to his teammate, but JD now, he's looking for a pass that's really awkward and really bad, actually, for Ascension. Flyby almost finding that second touch. That would have been really, really cool, but not too worth it so far. Ooh, Flyby with a good pass to Yeezy, but JD reads it first. A good hit away to the side, trying to pop the pass Flyby, but Swag will find a touch. Tides getting demoed for his troubles. Swag goes up, trying to pop it down, but no one is there just yet. A good shot, and JD is going to tie it up at 2-2.
And I think what we didn't see here, but Flyby, I'm pretty sure got demoed and left a wide gap there for Tides to try and cover and reach that ball. So Tides, he tried to make that challenge, but there's just so much room in between them because Flyby getting demoed. That really should have been his challenge. So great demo there from Ascension to open up that gap and get them enough space to get that shot on target.
Well, now the question is, who? Oh my gosh, no way. Oh, that would have been so nice. Okay, I was about to say that would have been so nice, but that wasn't. But it didn't go in, so, you know, it's okay. So Swift, though, going to boom that down. Swag still trying to stay with, but Tides is up now. He's up off the side, looking for maybe a pass. It's going to go up. Swift is up, though. Okay, he got a decent touch. Flyby, though, going to get beat by Swag. That is on target, but Yeezy will find that save. Tides now trying to stay with. Fakes one out. Swift, though, winning that 50. It's going to go to Flyby, though, who gets another 50. Yeezy trying to pop it down. Swift is there. Trying to get back, though. JD waiting patiently. Tides going to sit on the boost and really hope it goes in for him, but Swag not going to let that one go in that easily. Flyby pops a mid for his teammates, but who is there? Tides can't really quite find it. Easy, though. Going to lose that 50. Flyby's up. He's going to look for a pass. Ooh, no. That could have been so dangerous, man.
I'm not a fan of Flyby going for that. I think that's Tide's ball to go for. If Flyby goes for that, I don't think there's anybody left in the mid for him to pass that to. You know that Tides is on the ground kind of slow, so I think you just you got to let him go and try and react to his play if he can pass it to you or just get a 50. And I think you lose a little bit of momentum and rotation there when he jumped over like he did.
I mean, because the way you do that, it basically made his teammate awkward and made it a lot harder for him to, you know, get in position for a pass to maybe take that shot. But, you know, they weren't punished for it. But I mean, 5 seconds left. We're still tied. Ascension, though, is on the attacking foot. And I think Yeezy, he's going to try to keep it up. Tries to go for the flick. No way. Flyby is up, but JD gets that save pretty comfortably. Tides, though. Goes back mid for Yeezy, who will find a touch, but I think Swag should clear this one. Clears it down, and we're going to head into overtime in game number 4.
And if the Lumberjacks score here, this is their first series win of the season. So they could be 1-4 after this game.
Well, man, you know, Caster's curse. I would not recommend you say that, man. Come on.
All right, this could be Ascension's next win. I don't know what to say.
This is when you don't say anything, man. You say that you hope the teams play well and that we see some good Rocket League. That is exactly the amount that you're supposed to say. Oh, that's beautiful. But Swift going to find that save. Tides almost breaking the deadlock, giving themselves the go-ahead goal. And that last goal, it is all down after so many series. 0-4. Now they're looking for just one goal. from somewhere, somehow. Lumberjacks trying to make it 1-4. JD, though, is going to find a 50, but Yeezy going to come away with the ball. Down that right-hand side, pops it up. He's still trying to stay with, looking for a shot. Oh, that's a no! No, like this, please. Okay, all right. Well, Tides at least gets the save. But man, I think the Lumberjacks don't believe in Santa, man. I don't think they want to open their gifts. Don't know who told them that Santa was bad when they were younger, but they're definitely taking it out now. I don't even know who told them that Santa was in July, because you know it's 7/21. But it's a Christmas miracle. I'm never doing that again. Alright, so I'm gonna pop it into the corner. Shut up, Assassin, stop being mean. Alright, Tide's still gonna stay with it though. Yeezy. Oh, that would have been an epic pitch if they found it. Tides though, he's up off the side. Doesn't have any boost. JD though, gonna hit it down. Swag looking for a shot himself, but Flyby is gonna pop it over to the corner. Yeezy still trying to stay with. It's gonna be dangerous, but nobody's there, so it's okay for the Lumberjacks so far. Goes right back down to Swift, but Flyby is going to clear that. JD should have this save pretty easily, but that's a double commit. Flyby, he could end it here. He does! Flyby!
He didn't choke.
Game number 4. 3 goals. It's all him.
he put it on target, man. They did it. 1-4. The upset you wanted to see.
It was that Flyby that he deserved for the entire game. There you go, Assassin. I did it for you. But the Lumberjacks take their first series 3-1. Flyby.